Why are some artists worth hundreds of dollars, while others are worth thousands of dollars? One major factor that affects an artist's value is books. Some artists are significant enough that they have a full chapter in an important art book, such as this book, Impressionism in Canada. Being featured in a book like this is a big driver of value. It shows that the artist has an important place in the art world. Sometimes an artist may not have a full chapter, but a few photos of their work may be featured in a major publication. That still matters. Even a small mention in the right book can help increase value. There are also whole books written about a single artist. If the artist wrote the book themselves, it can still be interesting, but less impressive than if a gallery, museum, or art historian took the time to write it. If a lot has been written about an artist, that's a great sign. It shows they've had lasting interest and recognition. If there's very little written on an artist, it could just mean there wasn't enough information to write more. However, it could also mean there wasn't enough interest. Here are some questions to ask yourself if you're wondering how valuable your artist is. How many books about this artist were written? And how recently were they written? And how significant were the books? In how many books does this artist's work appear? Were they important books? Was it a single photo or multiple works? Not all books are equal. Some are extremely important, like Impressionism in Canada, while others not as much. If you're not sure which books matter the most, don't be shy to ask us. We do the research so you don't have to. Here at Rookley's, we've gone through hundreds of art books to determine who's an important artist in Canadian history. When a first book gets published on an artist, that drives up the artist's value. There are exceptions, but in general, the fresher the book, the more important the book. This is why we're proud to have produced the first book on Canadian artist Jack Beater that was released this month. All of the pieces we have by Jack Beater are featured in this book. If you buy a Jack Beater piece, you get a free book which features your painting inside. If you'd like to learn more about historic Canadian artists, come by the gallery. We have tons of books for you to read.